Hi teammates, welcome back again to the channel. Today we'll be going about the sewing of these two bustier blouse, which has a lacing at the back, a stylish back waistline and bone channels. So you can decide to wear this particular top in two different ways, either with a shirt or without a shirt, as you can see it displayed right here on the screen. This tutorial is 100% beginners friendly, and if it sounds like something you're interested in learning how to do, continue watching and don't skip any part of this video. With all that being said, let's get started with what we have for today.
We were sparks on quiet streets.
The drafting process of the video has been dropped on the channel, and this is the exact part where we stopped. After drafting out on the pattern paper, we went ahead to transfer all our drafted pattern to our fabric. I'm pinning the center front to the edge of my fabric, so do ensure that your fabric is folded into two so as it can come out as one piece by the time you are done cutting. After pinning the front part of my dress, I went on ahead to add stitching allowance all around, as you can see for the center front. For the side front, I'm adding stitching allowance of half inch, the top part and also the side. But for this side, my joining allowance is going to be 1.5 inches because I didn't add it when I was cutting out on my pattern. Then at the base, I'll add half of an inch. For the center back, all around, I'll be adding half of an inch, and the top part, I'll be notching it. This one here is a little bit fast because the detailed slow tutorial is already on the first part, which is the drafting part of the tutorial. After cutting out of my fabric, the total pieces I have is 4, and I'll just be ironing my stay to the wrong side of my fabric. But firstly, I have to remove my pattern paper from my fabric. Now I have my stay ironed to the wrong side of my fabric. Your stay actually has a part that comes to your fabric, which is the part that is very rough when you try to feel it on your skin. So in case you've not worked with an stay before, try to feel the stay on your skin. The rough part is the part that comes with your fabric. So I've gone ahead now to iron and also cut this out as well, and I also went on ahead to pad my bustier. I'll be dropping a separate tutorial on how to perfectly pad your bustier. Okay, so now this is the right side of my fabric. I'm going to be joining all these sides together. Then for the back part of my dress, I'm also going to go on ahead to arrange this properly. And remember, I said you are supposed to notch the top part of your center back so that you don't mistake it for the lower part. Now, right sides facing each other, I'll be joining my center back and my side back. So I'll get the side front and I'm going to be joining it to the center front. So you can see what I'm doing right here. Join it using just half of an inch, which was the stitching allowance or the joining allowance I left when I was cutting out on my fabric. So I'll do this from the very top part till I get to the base of this my top. I'm done joining for one side. I'll go on ahead to join for the other side as well.
All this time, I've been holding on so tight.
I'm done joining the side fronts to the center front, and I'll go on ahead and iron this properly behind the camera. A separate tutorial, like I promised earlier, will be dropped on how to pad your bustier perfectly without a wadding or a foam. So this is the right side, and you can see how perfect this is looking already. So the next, I'll be joining the back part of my top to the front part at the side. So after joining, I also went on ahead to iron my seam open, as you can see right here. So I'll be aligning these two pieces right side facing each other on the sides here, and I'm going to pin it as well. After pinning this down, I'm going to be marking 1.5 inches, which was the sewing allowance that I gave this earlier while I was cutting on my fabric.
I get lost when I look in your
After joining the front part and the back part of my dress together, this is what it looks like on the wrong side. So at the sides where I have those joints, it needs to be ironed open, and more attention needs to be paid to that part. So you have to do this by putting your tailor's arm underneath your dress this way, and you're going to be opening the seam just as I'm doing right here, and you sprinkle water and go on ahead to iron this properly. So this part can never be overlooked, because if you do, you're not going to be getting that perfect relaxation at the sides of your waistline. Okay,
eyes.
so after ironing it open like that, I still went on ahead to arrange it on the side. I still sprinkle water and I continue ironing this properly so that I can get that perfect shape. So this same thing is what I'll be repeating for the other side as well. After ironing it, this is what I have. The both sides are properly relaxed, and this is what we have so far. So the next I'm going to be doing is to create our channels for the boning. So I want the first boning to be at the center of this my dress. So I folded my top into two equal halves like this, and I'm going to be using my chalk to highlight the middle part because that's where my first boning channel will be starting. Then I'll get my stretch ruler and connect these two together into a straight line. Then these other joints I have right here will be my guide, where I'll also be having my bone channels. So just three in front, and at the back I just want two boning channels, that's all. For the fixing of the boning, cut out a piece that is at least 1 inch wide. You are going to be putting your boning in between the piece and fold it into two this way. So you're going to be placing this directly on that line that you marked earlier, where your boning channels will be created, right sides facing each other this way. Then you're going to be stitching this down. But as you're stitching, please ensure that you do not stitch on your boning itself. You should be stitching on the fabric, okay? Now, another thing I want you all to pay attention to is that on that bust area, I didn't just sew this flat. I went on ahead to raise that part following the shape of my bust. You know, this is already cupped. You are not supposed to like sew it flat. As you are doing this, you just have to be careful with your cup area and also not sewing on your bones as well. After making the first stitch, you're simply going to flip it this way and also continue stitching. So pay proper attention to the cup area. I'm not leaving it that flat. I'm following the cup effect I'm having right there on my fabric. So at this point, you can feel free to stitch on top of your bones, okay, just to secure this other end. And it is advisable you use a sewable boning because a non-sewable boning will break your needle. So this is how I'll continue stitching this till I also get to the end of my top. So this is what it should look like, as you can see right here. So I'll proceed to do for the other side of my dress so that at the end of the day you'll see what it looks like.
No surprise, but nevertheless, I get lost when I look in your eyes. I just want to be next to you.
Here is what I have when I was done stitching, and in front is three in total. So what I normally do is that from the underbust I'll try to break this like this towards the right side so that I can have this effect on my underbust. That is just something I normally do on my own, and it's always very good. So everything I did for my fabric, I repeated the same process for my lining piece aside the ironing of a stay. So now I got the center of my lining piece and my fabric right sides facing each other and pinning them together. So all I'll do is that from this part here, I'll be stitching this all around using just half of an inch at the top part. And I'll also do the same thing for this center back as well. After stitching all around, I'll go on ahead to cut off this excess I have at the sides and also at the top part. So when you are stitching, when you get to your side joints, go on ahead to open up your seam. This is to achieve a very flat effect at your sides. You don't want your dress looking bulky at the sides at the end of the day, okay? So after trimming all of this out, I'll flip my dress to the right side. When I do this, I'm going to be giving this a very deep ironing. One thing I've noticed in ironing is that the type of iron you use plays a very major role on how neat or flat your piece or your dress is going to be. I must be honest at this point. So I'll go on ahead and iron this very well. All the sides, I'll bring out all the edges. So this is what I have when I was done ironing. This is the wrong side and here is the right side. So for the center back right here, I'm going to turn ahead to make a straight stitch of about 3/4 of an inch right there. So for my eyelet, I'm fixing it in between that straight stitch I made and this other bone I have right here. So that is where I'm now passing this my bone through so that it can hold together my lacing by the time I try to snatch this at the back. So when I'm done fixing this, I'll cut it, making sure that it's at least a quarter of an inch shorter than the length of this my dress, okay, at the back. So that's basically it. I'll still go on ahead to iron this out. Everything that has to do with this dress is ironing. If you do not iron this dress, you never like the outcome. So after fixing this my boning for the two sides of my center back, I'm going ahead now to pipe the base of this my dress. So this is what it looks like. Iron these out very well. Ironing plays a very major role here. So I've gone ahead now to pipe this. I first of all got a very long piece. I folded the edge and I stitched this all around at the base. Now I'm going to be flipping this like this to the right side and I'll be folding it twice. Then when I'm done piping, I'll go on ahead and fix my eyelids. So that'll be all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial really helpful. I've fixed my eyelids and I've also piped everything. I'll see you next time on this same channel. Do have a lovely time ahead of you.